I'm switching over.
I'm switching over too. Why do I hear?
Okay.
I hear the music. Why do I hear the music?
I have music on
Oh,
our live.
no,
On Twitch.
it was on Twitch. It was playing for me. Hi guys.
Okay. Hi.
We're
Should
trying
be okay.
to
Figure out why we're having internet stuff.
shocker. But
I've literally had bad internet for the past week, and it's been miserable trying to stream. So
it's not fair.
it's not, because we
It's
pay
not.
really good money for supposedly good internet, and it's lagging. My upload is lagging on the show.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now and it's not showing to me yet.
It's showing for me, but it's just lagging. I don't know.
Hey Pockets, what's up?
Hi, Pockets. Might have to do a pre-record episode. I don't know.
It's such a bummer when things don't work. Yeah,
I know.
better.
It's so frustrating.
Oh shoot, I'm not recording. I'll record right now. Just in case.
Yeah, you're good. You're good. I'm recording it as well.
So I did this survey, and I know some of you are Facebook watchers if you're watching on YouTube. But we had an overwhelming response that we should be on YouTube rather than Facebook. So I'm taking that direction, and I'm going to see where it goes. Because Facebook doesn't, one, play nice with YouTube, and two, it's just not. It's not pushing us at all. They want you to pay, and I feel like YouTube and Twitch don't. They just want you to put content on their channel. They probably want you to pay too, but not as much as Facebook wants you to pay. Facebook wants you to pay for your own.
Facebook wants you to pay for your own followers to see your stuff.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I tried Facebook for a hot second because a lot of people are on Facebook, and it just wasn't doing what I hoped it would do, and it was still not easy to see. So yeah, here we are back on YouTube.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Which means I gotta change all the logos again, and I gotta change the replay thing, and
I know
it's all
fine.
good. It doesn't even matter. It's all good. Okay, so I think we're good, although wait, maybe we're not good.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
I don't know. I don't see you on Twitch. Is it working?
I do.
Hold on, I'm refreshing. So if you're on,
Okay.
if you're watching on Twitch, please comment. Say I see you, so that we know.
I've been having a lot of internet issues though.
Me too.
So
not even
it's really weird.
it doesn't even have any rhyme or reason. I'm like, why is the internet being lame?
Yeah, I don't know. It's been really, really wonky for me. And
me too.
oh wow, I couldn't tell if my eyes went blurry or if my camera went blurry because I have mascara in my eyes. So I'm like, am I just not seeing this right, or is it really blurry? My camera goes blurry all the time.
They're so funny. So today is episode 25. Woohoo for 25 weeks.
25.
We're a quarter. Woohoo! Made a quarter.
Yay! I'm so happy about it.
Me too. It's exciting that we're almost halfway. What, a half a year?
Oh my gosh!
Is that what that is? Yeah, because there's 52
That's
weeks
crazy.
in a year, and I think
That's so weird
what is
to
it?
think about.
27. Wait, I can't do math right now. 27 weeks is halfway at 6 months or whatever. I don't know. Don't ask me to do math right now. I'm really not.
Don't ask me to do math ever, but much less in the morning. I'm
definitely not in the morning. But yeah, here we are.
Yeah.
And I didn't have a plan this week, and I didn't even I don't know. I just couldn't get a plan together, and I just didn't figure things out this week.
It's been a really weird week. I don't know. I've just been so out of it. I feel like the energies have been too much for me, on certain days where I was just I gotta just chill. I gotta just take time for myself because there was just a lot of energy being directed at me.
Uh-oh.
And Yeah, it wasn't in a bad way. It was just intense.
It's a
And
lot going on.
yeah, so it's definitely important to take time for yourself. And like, if you feel like you're overwhelmed, just cut everything off
Take a
and
break.
shut everything out, shut everybody out, and just tell them, like, dude, I'm taking time for myself. Leave me alone.
Seriously.
I have a really bad habit of not telling people that I'm doing this though, because I feel guilty about it, so then I'd rather just avoid talking about it and just do it so I don't have to feel guilty about it. I'm just like, okay.
Honestly, like anybody who gets mad that you disappeared for a minute, come on.
Yeah, I
Come on.
know. I know. I know.
Like
It's true.
it's okay to take breaks. It's okay to relax. It's okay to do something
I
else.
know.
So what I end up doing, if I have like 30 things to do, I end up doing probably the least important thing first. I don't know why. I like my brain wants to do the fun thing, right? Let's
The
do the
fun
fun thing.
thing
Let's do the fun thing first.
or the easier thing?
The easier thing. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
The easier thing. I'm going to do the easier thing because if I do it, it'll be done. But I don't know. I feel way more accomplished if I can get the big stuff done. Okay, I put my air on and it's like, now it's like freezing. Turning that on. But,
Yeah.
oh,
I don't
okay. Aside from that, what's been happening in your week? What's new?
Nothing really new, to be honest. I just kind of been streaming Apex, trying to build my community of friends in the gaming world still, because I feel like that's where I'm comfortable building a community. I'm comfortable with people that I can connect with on a more relaxed level and, see how things go from there.
Yeah.
But so I don't know. I've just been kind of in my own little world and taking a lot of time for myself, like just reserving my energy and not really trying to go above and beyond, because I feel like I just want to allow myself to exist for a little bit.
Yeah, like there's something about like well, we've talked about toxic positivity. And I don't even think it's just toxic positivity. It's like
I hate that fucking word.
toxic
I hate that word.
toxic
I don't think it exists.
productivity. Like
The truth is that positivity can't be toxic. It just can't. Not true positivity. I feel like people who try to focus on being positive all the time, they're just trying to make it. They're faking it till they make it, and there's nothing wrong with that.
no.
It's just a matter of like however you're gonna take it.
Sometimes
And that's on you.
Yeah, sometimes you can't always just be happy, or I guess
That's okay though. Like,
yeah. But sometimes
okay.
you get negative even if you're not trying to. Like sometimes
It
you're
doesn't
just
matter, though.
overwhelmed
It's
by
still-
the trying to see the brighter side of things. Sometimes that can be like annoying. Like you're just like, I don't care anymore. And then you do care.
well, I get it. It's a bouncing between levels of like, feeling too like, I don't know, intensely positive, I guess.
Yes, I think that's
And
what it is.
It's just a matter of finding balance, because
Mm-hmm.
you can't vibrate so high all the time, because then you exhaust yourself. You have to like, maintain your balance and just make sure that you're constantly on like an up growth. I don't even know what you would call that. Like,
I mean, I feel like I think everybody does. Like we go through these cycles and we're
of course.
doing really like great, everything feels good, and then you kind of go through a lull and you're like, ugh.
Of course, that's natural. That's
And
part
you
of the
have-
wave.
But you have to not get stuck there. And you have to
course.
realize that like, oh, just because you're not being like super positive at this moment doesn't make you wrong or like
No, and it doesn't mean that you're fake. It doesn't mean that you're a hypocrite. It doesn't mean anything.
no, it means you're normal.
If anybody says, "Oh my God, you're not embodying love all the time. You're a hypocrite." Those people can go fuck themselves. And I say that with the most love, okay? Because nobody is going to be 100% perfect in love all the time. that is not what this life is about. This life is about finding balance within yourself and loving yourself first, because other people, you know, they can be toxic and they can be nasty sometimes, and you can just ignore those people. You can just let those people have their toxicity and, you know, keep it to yourself.
Yep. Keep it to yourself.
I hate that.
It's just hard. Like there's days where I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna stay in my room. Don't bug me.
Yeah,
It's
love
not
yourself.
it's not anybody. I just need a moment and I need to chill. And I feel like today might be one of those days. Today might be the day I shouldn't be live on a podcast, but it's okay.
Let's go.
So I'm just gonna be real.
Like, be real 100% of the time. Like, I posted something earlier this morning because I feel like it's important to do this. I said, be true to yourself unapologetically.
Yes.
Like, we always put limitations on ourselves by thinking that we have to be a certain way around certain people or whatever. And it's like, why would you change your vibration based on what you think someone else is thinking about you? Like, that's so stupid.
It is. It is stupid, but we do it. We all try to appease others.
Of that, but we need to be conscious of that, and we need to stop that. We need to stop doing that, because you're not being authentic in those moments. You're being
I have a bug in my face.
More closed off, you know? You're being more closed off to who you truly are, and I feel like that's bullshit. We should be able to be free to be ourselves unapologetically. Like, we should never apologize for being who we are, expressing ourselves the way that we want to. Like, that's why, you know, when you're like concerned about people getting offended, and I'm like, fuck those people, because be yourself.
Potty mouth Jessica today.
Well, today, like,
always.
No, I'm this way every day, and I'm not going to filter myself for people. And everybody should be that way too. Like, don't worry about, you know, offending someone or ruffling feathers. Just be yourself. You know, if you're not hurting anybody and you're just living your life trying to be happy,
that's the thing. If we all just like live our life and focus on trying to be happy and doing the good for ourselves, we're not going to have time to focus on anybody else's garbage. So you're not going to be offended. If you're focusing on you, you're not going to be offended, vice versa.
Yeah. I feel like
stop being offended, people.
People get so caught up in like thinking that they're being selfish by trying to take care of themselves. And it's like, you know what? You have the right to be selfish. Go for it. Do it. Be selfish. Yeah. Take care of yourself. Love yourself. You know, feed yourself first, because the world literally cannot heal unless you do those things.
That's like an inside joke in this house.
What?
If David's listening, he's probably laughing right now, because
why?
When it comes to like
spit it out, like, you're driving me crazy. What is it?
When it comes to like a dinner or dessert, specifically dessert, we had brownies the other night, right? Yeah, it's brownies, and I went and got some. So I'm like, all right, get me some brownies. And David's like, thank you. I'm like, this isn't for you. He goes, of course it's not, because I always get myself first.
Everybody should keep themselves first. Don't expect anybody to wait on you.
No, he's just kidding. I
know.
I get it for the
people out there who do that.
Yeah, there's yours. No. I get it for the kids first, usually, or my mom beats me to it, because you know my mom's here and she helps me. But
that's true. My mom does the same thing too.
When it comes to dessert, I'm like all in. Like, hey, I'm getting my dessert. Get your own. Sorry, David. Love you.
I feel like everybody should take care of themselves in those ways. Like, it's the most basic thing. Like, I taught my kids how to make their own food. They feed themselves most of the time, unless my mom makes dinner or something. Then, like, you know, obviously that's different. But they make their own breakfast, lunch, whatever, because they need to be sufficient for themselves. Like, they're gonna be adults someday, and I feel like
it's really good to teach them.
Every adult should, you know, take care of their own shit. Like, obviously, there's, you know, special circumstances for certain people, but
no, we should all
rely on anyone to make me food. If my mom doesn't make dinner, I'm fine eating a fucking avocado or something for dinner. You know what I mean? Like, I'm fine without a lot of things.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's what she doesn't realize, though, sometimes. She thinks that we need so much of this stuff. And it's because she probably grew up without a lot. And so she wants to give, you know, what she didn't have.
I understand that. I get it.
I do too. But I feel like, I don't know.
But like with food, though,
like it kind of...
with food, we so don't need as much food as we
don't need as much anything.
No.
Yeah.
We don't need that much food. Like, no, you just need, you know, certain things to live. Yes, I'm a foodie. I like food. I like all kinds of food. And so I'm like, I want the food. Give me the food. But you really don't need a lot of food. Hey, Robert, what's up?
What's up, Robert?
What's up? We haven't talked in like a week.
Yeah, he's been busy.
I know, so have I. No, usually we're like talking music, like he sent me all these like different microphones to check out, and I was like, now I really don't know what microphone I want. There's so many microphones. I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna like take a step back. I don't really need it. At the end of the day, if I'm gonna record anything of quality, I'm not going to do it in my house. And I've realized that now. I'm like, no, I just need to record what I want to hear. And then I'm going to take it somewhere and make it better. If I'm going to record something worth listening to, I got to go record it on the nice stuff. But do it. But no, I've done really well this last 2 weeks. I've created a day called Music Monday. And so after I work, you know, work on Monday, have my meeting, whatever. After that, I do music, only music. So last week I watched like 3 tutorials, and then I like wrote, you know, some tracks. And then this Monday I wasn't in the mood to write any tracks, so I just strictly watched tutorials, and I just took notes like I was in school, and it's really great. In fact, anybody trying to learn anything, it's there. It's out there. You literally can learn anything you want at any time for free. It's all over the place. I obviously use YouTube. YouTube is very user-friendly for me. I'm a visual learner, so I like to watch and listen. So that's what I've been doing, and it's been really good. And maybe that's why I haven't been on my A game. I don't know. But that's okay, because I'm focusing on something that I love and that I really want.
Yeah. Take the time for yourself. Like, don't apologize for that.
We did do something exciting yesterday. We hosted a mini plant adventure class.
Cute.
And I haven't done that since March of 2020. And so it's been over a year, and I got emotional. and it was like, what the heck? Like, I didn't know I was going to get emotional, but I was like, well, this is the part that I loved about my job at the plant bar, is I loved the planting class. And I loved doing it with the kids, specifically the like teenagers. It was always a fun time, and it was always entertaining. And, you know, they always would, because they paint the pots, right? And they would always make these amazing designs. And so we got to do that last night. With some girls from Mischa's church group, and cute. It was so fun, and I love it because they all call me auntie. That's a thing here in Hawaii.
I love that.
They call
that's cute.
If you're a female and you're like, you know, older, you're auntie. So I'm like, so I'm Auntie Crystal, and I love it. And I was like, I'm used to being called Auntie Crystal because all the kids are like, Auntie. Yeah. But this is,
and my kids call you that too.
Exactly. This is Auntie. But like, it was really cool, because I was like, sweet. So it was really fun, and my girls got to do it too, and so they had a lot of fun, and it was really just like awesome. I was a little sad because I was like, oh man, I don't get to do this anymore, but at the same time, I don't want to run a retail store ever again. Ever.
No, don't do the retail store.
Ever.
But you can always do classes.
I could do classes. I have to figure out the best way because there also is a lot of stress involved in a class too, especially the adult class. So I always got really stressed with the adult class. And I think it's just because of like, I felt like I wasn't 100% knew everything. I mean, I know a lot actually, but I just felt like, oh, they're going to ask something that I don't know. And then I'm like stupid, but that never actually really happened. And I had to like
worry before anything ever happens.
Always. No, I've gotten so much better at that. I just saw Robert's. You can't go wrong with either a road or a worm. Okay, so I'm leaning more worm, Robert. I've been doing a lot of research on the worm, and it's apparently like the Newman, which is like a $3,000 crazy mic. Yeah, crazy.
And I'm totally lost on this conversation.
It's for recording your voice. Your voice. Okay. Yes, it's for music. It's for your voice. You can also use it to record guitar and other things. I don't know, violin maybe. I don't know. I really want a violin too, and I'll drive my whole family crazy.
Get one.
I know.
I got Nicholas 2 violins.
Wait. Okay. So I was reading, and I was trying to figure out, like, for Mischa and I, if we were to share a violin, like how many like what size violin do we need? And I think it's a 4/4. So if there's any violin enthusiasts out there watching, tell me what size. I think it's a 4/4, and those start at like $250. And so like it's not in the budget right now. But it's definitely on my wish list. I think it's fun to make like wish lists, and I think we all should, have a wish list, have things that you want, and work towards them. I have a pretty hefty wish list. I want a couple things. They're like, so David and I spent a good couple hours on Monday night going over our budget, and he's really smart. I'm good at math, but he's like way better at math. And he like made this whole spreadsheet that projects like our expenses for the entire year. And it's like, it's really cool to see like what I need. Like, what do I need to pay these things? And trust me, we've gotten rid of like everything that like we don't need. There's a couple things I could get rid of still. Probably, I could get rid of cable. I don't know if I'll do that. Or I guess we don't have cable. We have, what do we have? We're just streaming. Never mind. We're just watching the internet. So I can't get rid of that ever.
No, you can't get rid of the internet. Not at this point in time. No. I guess it's necessary for what you're doing.
But I could,
for your work.
I could get rid of all the streaming subscriptions that I have. I mean, how many streaming subs are we on these days? We went from not having cable to having Netflix, Hulu, Disney, whatever. So many things.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm still saving money, but, for how long? Who knows?
Are you, though? Because
I know, because it's all adding up, right? And it's like,
yeah.
And they keep increasing, each company increases their price. I mean, do you remember, did you get Netflix back in the day when it was like video, like they sent you DVDs in the mail? Did you ever do that?
Honestly, not really.
Oh, I did it all the time.
Had, like HBO and Stars and stuff like that. Like,
so you guys had cable.
We had,
we had cable too. But you didn't have to rent videos.
But I'm not like a movie person.
That's true. You're not. And I would do like the 3 movies at a time subscription. And then I would get like,
I would rather go to Blockbuster on Fridays or go out to a movie.
I think I talked about this before, but I watched the Netflix documentary called The Last Blockbuster. And there's still one Blockbuster in existence, and I think it's in Oregon. And the feelings that the people were describing about going into a video store, it was so weird. I was like, oh, I totally understand. I loved going to video stores and spending like that time looking for the movie, and like the smell. It smells like popcorn. I don't know. And it's
so funny how fast it changed though too, because like we grew up with VHS tapes and then DVDs and CDs and stuff like that.
Laserdisc. Like, do you remember Laserdiscs?
It's like our kids don't even know what VHS players are, and it's like so funny because I think about like generations before us about how they had like whatever
Or like
they had, and we have no idea.
What's a cassette tape? Like they're like, what is that, Mom?
Cassette tape.
I have a funny thing that happened to me this week. So I have a CD. I think my auntie might be watching, but my auntie gave me a CD of her music that I'm gonna use when I stream on Twitch, for our planting videos, because it's Hawaiian and it's really pretty. She plays the vibes and my uncle plays the guitar. It's really pretty. And I was like, well, why wouldn't I want to promote them? They're my family. That sounds awesome.
Of course.
I got her CD and I went and brought it home thinking, okay, I'm gonna put it on my computer. I'm gonna turn them into MP3s, and then I can put them on my whatever, iTunes or whatever. I don't have a CD drive in any of my computers.
Oh, me neither.
I was like, shit. I don't have a CD drive. We don't have a CD player. Like, I don't even think I have a DVD player.
What?
We used to, but we moved, and so we don't get it because we stream everything. Like we don't even need those things. Yeah. And don't get me wrong, I actually love the fact that I don't have to have this like library of movies and CDs like on the wall anymore. I mean,
kind of miss that.
I do alphabetically.
Having, like, my big old CD case full of all my music.
Okay, I still have that. I still have that because we have that. All of our video games are in it because when we moved, I didn't want to take all that, so I took them all out and I put them in a case, which by the way was difficult to find. I couldn't find the CD holder. And I think my mom ended up having one, so I just used hers. But I mean, I think you can get one on Amazon. I just didn't have time, so I'm like, no, I gotta hurry up and figure this out. But yeah, no, I get it too, because I do miss like organizing my CDs by bands.
The album covers.
Okay, I do miss album covers. I miss taking out the album of the CD and opening the little booklet and looking through all the pictures. I do love that. And I know that, like, I wonder, do artists, like, are they doing that as much? I know they're still doing it because they're still selling CDs. But I wonder if we're going in a direction where they're not going to make CDs for bands anymore. Like, I mean, I don't know. They don't even.
I have a feeling there's always going to be a hard copy of.
Well, more of them are making records. They're making records now, rather than CDs. Which I'm not opposed. It's funny how we're going back to records, but I love records.
Hi, Hunt. How are you?
I don't see anything on Twitch. My Twitch is not working for me. I'm gonna reload. Oh. Pocket says it's a 4/4. Okay, good to know. Is that what Nico has? Does he have a 4/4 violin? Do you know?
I don't know. I just bought him two. I don't even know. He picked him out, and I was like, okay.
Did you get him at what's it, Rhapsody?
No. I'm not a fancy person. Okay.
Where'd you get it? Because I want one.
I just got them online. I got one on Amazon, and then the other one, I'm not sure. It was like a different site that he found one on.
Is it small or is it fit him?
It fits him. Like, his first one was pretty small, but the second one was nicer.
Because I actually, when I'm working, I actually like watch Twitch violinists.
You do?
I love it. Like, it's like such a nice calming, like, I love violinists. Obviously, I love Blocktober and they have a violinist. I'm just, I love that sound. I love the way it sounds. I love the way it makes me feel. I love everything about it. And there's this one girl, she's super nerdy and I love her. She's into anime and whatever. She plays like violin soundtracks for video games. So like she'll like play Zelda or whatever, Kingdom Hearts or whatever. She plays all these like rad video game tunes and I love it. Or she'll play Game of Thrones. Or Pirates of the Caribbean. Like, she's rad. I'll have to remember her streaming name.
Yeah, I like people like that. Like, I used to listen to Lindsay Sterling all the time. I loved Lindsay Sterling. She was so cool.
Oh, Lindsay Sterling is amazing. And
she is so cool.
She's like, she dances around and she's just...
I know, she's wild.
Okay, the girl I watch is called The Violin Habit. So if you want to follow her on Twitch, she's The Violin Habit. I think she goes live on Mondays. She's totally worth watching. She's awesome. She's the girl. Do you remember when I told you that I was like, is this normal? This guy gave her, hold on. This guy gave her $1,000. Like
That's normal.
he tipped
I mean,
her
it's not
$1,000.
normal,
It
but, like,
was
it
like
happens.
$1,000.
Yeah, it happens.
I do wish. I wish I had $1,000 laying around that I could just be like, yo, here you go. Because that makes.
Yeah.
So, like, back to, like, taking time for yourself. I know this is exactly the opposite of taking time for yourself, but I found when I'm in a mood, it helps me to seek out and help someone. If I can help somebody, I'm able to, like, bounce out of that funk. Because I get in the funk. The funk happens every, like, I don't know. Not once a month, people. No, the funk happens, like, I don't know, every 2 months or every once in a blue moon. I just get in a funk and I'm just like, all right.
Yeah.
I need to, like, be pissed for a minute.
That's good that you will take the time to recognize that and then go try to help someone to, like, pull yourself out of that.
Pull yourself out,
because I feel like, because you know how we talk about, like, how we're quantumly connected.
Yeah.
We're all the same energy and we're in the same energy field. We are each other. So, like, I feel like it's important for when you're feeling that way to transmute that energy into positive energy, like from love, from your heart space, because then that helps other people to feel that love too. And not just like the person that you're directly interacting with, but on a quantum level. And people don't even realize why they're feeling good. You know what I mean?
Yes.
It's the same thing. Like, you don't know why you're feeling funky or you're feeling just like kind of in a bad mood or not so great or whatever. It's because, like, that's how someone else is feeling.
You're getting their energy.
Yeah. On a quantum level.
And every time, I swear, there's this girl that we follow, Daily Positive Quotes. I swear that girl is in my head every single time, because I'll be going through something and then she'll post something that seems to be directed at me. I'm like, wait a second. That's not funny, girl.
It is a message for you. If it resonates with you and you're seeing it, you're meant to see it. There is no coincidences.
Like, it's so crazy how, like, it's not just like, random. I mean, sometimes it's just a random good quote that I'm like, oh, that's great. But there's a lot of times where it's like she posts something on this exact moment and I'm just like, we are on the same page. And I'll message her. I'm like, we're so on the same page today. What's up, girl? She's such a super sweet girl.
That's good.
She lives in the UK. We actually have connected with several people through the show that have been really, like, influential or inspirational for me when I'm trying to get in the zone. And they're all over the world, and I love it. I love connecting with these people all over the place. I mean, I have friends in Romania and Bangladesh and India and Mexico, and now you are starting to connect with people in the UK and Scotland and all over. And I love it. I was like, okay, I'm gonna come see you. I'm coming.
I know.
I'm like, this whole situation has been really tough because I want to travel and see the world, and right now I'm limited and I can't do that, and a lot of people are feeling that limitation too because of all of those restrictions. And I mean, I think there's still countries that are locked down, right? There's like places that you can't even go to.
I have a friend that lives in Canada, and just yesterday he was telling me that they have new travel restrictions that are making it so they can't even travel between provinces in their own country. Like, it's getting psychotic.
I mean, technically we have those restrictions here in Hawaii. I mean, we can travel, but there's all these stupid things that we have to jump through to do that, which is quite frustrating. And
it's crazy to me because it's like, I don't know, like here in Arizona, they just opened up. Well, we're pretty much fully open, and they lifted the mandate for everything.
I saw that, and I was I was like, wow. I know that some people are still wearing masks there, and some stores are still enforcing it, which, you know what?
Sure.
To each their own. Everybody do what they want to do. That's fine. But like this, like, I think it should, I don't know. That's such a sticky, It's such a hairy, controversial
I feel like
subject.
People get too judgy at each other for wearing it or not wearing it in
Right.
the mask situation.
Yes.
So it's like, that's when it's really important for everybody to remember that you need to love your neighbor as yourself. Like,
Right.
period.
And
I
that's
don't
the
care
way
if you're religious or not.
that's the way I see it. Like,
Yeah.
whether you want to get the vaccine or you don't want to get the vaccine, that's your choice. That's your right.
Yep.
It's
are
your
where they
body
are.
and your decision. I know that there's arguments on both sides. Like, one side will say, well, if you don't get it, then you're selfish and you're going to get other people sick and blah, 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 blah. And I think that's unfair.
The vaccine doesn't stop you from getting the virus.
No.
And actually, the Johnson & Johnson one just got recalled, didn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like until further testing,
everybody,
I feel like be safe, like make a good decision for yourself,
right?
And like I said, live unapologetically true to yourself. So that goes either way. If you want to get it, that's your prerogative. If you don't want to get it, don't get it. But don't judge other people for what they're choosing to do with their life. Like, it has nothing to do with you. It really doesn't.
And honestly, if you are so worried either way, getting it or not getting it, then don't hang around that person. I don't know. Like, it's so ridiculous.
People, what you want to do with your life.
People hone in on things that are not even relative to their circle. Like, if it's not relative to your bubble, stop worrying about it. Don't
your
worry.
Bubble should only be your own self.
Really,
it shouldn't even be anybody else outside of yourself. You don't need to worry about anybody else.
If you take care of yourself, you will naturally take care of everyone around you. That is the age-old saying. It's the truth. It's so true. Because if you're in a funk, you're not gonna.
Sometimes you don't even know that you're in a funk.
True.
Sometimes you just think like,
I'm good,
whatever.
I'm
but
like,
no, you're vibrating really low right now, and you need to love your goddamn self.
Love yourself. But sorry,
I'm not saying this about anybody else. I'm saying this about me.
About ourselves. No, sorry, we got a little COVID-y.
It's about me.
We started bringing up the C's and the P's in the world, but no, we just
it doesn't matter. It's part of what we're experiencing.
We have to be honest with that fact, and we are experiencing these woes in our life. When it comes to
part of the wait, man.
It's just the way it is, and I mean, life is starting to feel a little bit better. I shouldn't say normal or like the way it was before, because I personally don't want to go. I don't want to go back to the way it was before. I like a lot of things that have happened.
The beautiful part about evolving as a consciousness and as humans and everything like that is that we're doing it on a collective level so much that we don't even really realize how much we've changed.
Oh, so much.
If you look back at your posts from a couple of years ago or even last year on Facebook, and you'll be like, oh my God, that's what I was thinking? Like, oh, you grow so much so quickly that you don't even realize, and you're like, oh, that was me? Like, I don't even recognize that person anymore. But it's because we're evolving and we're growing and we're supposed to,
That reminds me.
Beautiful thing.
I like when I get those reminder memory things on Facebook. Because, they'll come back from, a long time ago.
Yeah.
See, I just opened up my reminders and I posted, the big hot commodity a year ago today was Tiger King. Tiger King was all over the place.
Oh, yikes.
And I posted a picture of it was a Baskin Robbins sign, and underneath it they put no relation to Carol Baskin, and I'm like, that's just great. I just thought that was so funny. So funny. But
it's just part of our growth process. It's part of where we were, and it was just an experience, and we need to just move forward. Let's keep evolving. Let's keep growing, and this whole COVID experience is just an experience, and we're going to get through it. And then it's going to be like, oh, that was something that we went through a year ago. Like, who cares? No big deal.
How many things have you noticed that have changed that you are really glad that have happened? Like, is there anything in particular that you've seen that, okay, so I'll be giving an example.
that is like brought on by this situation?
Something that's brought on by this situation that I've really enjoyed is the fact that now I can attend things and not be there. So like, there's an upcoming gaming seminar for app developers that normally only a couple people in the company, usually my boss and a couple other people, go to, because travel expenses and all that costs money. And there was no other way to access that conference. Well, now you can watch the conference at home. And so even if you can't physically be there, you can still get the conference if you want to. Like I can just do it. If I want to do it, I can just go do it. Or like, okay, so I'm not in love with streaming concerts, but I'm thankful for them when there is nothing else. I would much rather be there in person. And
right. Well, I feel like being in person is very important. And, you know, that just goes into like my personal feelings on the whole situation anyway. Like, plus, you know, I feel like,
but I think that, okay, so the other side of the coin is that because we have this easy access to attend things virtually and not attend them physically, we might get a little lazy in contact in human interaction. And that's not digital. I should say that's not digital. And so we might opt to, especially if you're an introvert, gosh, I always said this thing, especially if you're an introvert and you don't like to socialize as much, it's real easy to be like, I'm just going to do this virtually rather than go be in person. But it is, I think it's still really important, like you said, to be there physically, to go in person. So if there's ways, I feel like you can go if you're okay to go.
We're humans, you know, we need interaction in person with one another. We're very social and we need to feel the vibrations of one another. And I feel like when we do everything virtually, we're missing out on a lot of the giving and the receiving, the reciprocation of the vibrations and of the love feelings. And so like, that's why I'm kind of, you know, glad that Arizona is open. And, you know, I hope and wish that everything else would just open up and just, you know.
And I want the what's this, the science or whatever, to show everybody else it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay.
Well, it already does.
It does
that's
already.
That's the point. It's like,
that's why they're not
just
closing everything back up.
There's information out there because people want things to be how they want them, and so they're trying to use it to their advantage. And
who wants to be locked in your house all day with no interactions with your family or friends? Definitely not me. So, and I'm pretty sure
really wants that
unless they're profiting off of it.
Right. I mean, look at who is benefiting from this whole situation. Like, all of the small people got shut down, and all of the big people made lots of money.
All the big people got to stay open. Yeah. And
it's kind of crazy to me. And so I just don't agree with it.
It's very frustrating, especially as a small business owner who lost their business. It is frustrating. Because who can compete with that? So it's like, you can't, you can't stay afloat if you're not getting the business. And then you've got all these other things going on. No,
the thing is that it has to happen this way. Like, it has to happen this way because we're never going back to the way that it was. This is part of our evolution process. So yeah, while it is frustrating and it is annoying and a lot of people are suffering because of it, it is part of the evolution process. So I do, you know, while I hate it, it's like the low point of the wave, and we just have to ride it out, and eventually we'll get up to that, you know, crescendo point where we can just like.
Would we have been thinking? I mean, maybe we would have, but like, this whole podcast came from all this.
I mean, it did and it didn't.
It did and it didn't.
Like we were already thinking about doing it for
a long time ago.
Years. I feel like this was just the right time.
It was a catalyst to it, though.
But that's the thing, is like, everything happens in its right time.
Yeah.
That's why I say divine purpose in divine timing.
Oh.
Because while time doesn't exist, there are things that have to happen in order for everything else to follow through.
So I'm really nerdy, and it might have just, I don't know why it just dawned on me, but I was like, you know how we call today the present, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, that's because it's now, and now's a gift. Because it's the present.
It is.
It's the present. It's a present.
I know.
Right now is a present. I know, I'm such a nerd.
So cute.
I'm such a nerd.
I love you.
I was watching Outlander last night, and I'm struggling so hard to get through that last season. I'm not, anybody who's an Outlander fan, I'm finding the last season that's on Hulu difficult. I'm just not, it's just not fun. It's just, I just want to get through it so that I've watched it and I can get ready for the next season, but it's not good anymore. But yeah, they were talking about present day, and I was like, because it's a present.
Yeah, it's always the present. It's always now.
It's always now.
Like, that's why I try to say, like, in this now moment, because there's going to be more now moments that are different. It's just this one in particular, we're experiencing this. We're experiencing COVID in this now moment, but in another now moment, we're going to be experiencing something better.
Yeah.
Because I feel like out of the struggle comes the ingenuity, and it breeds creativity.
Yeah.
You know, that's why the darkness is like the moments where you have to really go within yourself and you have to create something beautiful for yourself to get you through those dark moments, you know?
And that's why I'm really, okay. I'm not mad at the funk. The funk means I'm going to do something good. That's what the funk means. The funk means Crystal needs to change something up to feel the good, happy, bubbly me again. And that's good. It's a cycle. I'm shedding my skin. I'm ready for a new. So
all is good. All is good.
I don't know if it's normal, but I'm constantly trying to find new ways to do something, or like, I'm just really always thinking about, what can I do? How can I do this? How can I do that? I don't know if that's a normal trait, but that's just the way I am. I can't not do that. I'm just always thinking bigger, better. I have to say though, I'm very scattered, and I'm always all over the place trying to do 50 things, and I've gotten much better at not doing that. Because that doesn't accomplish anything when you're scattered. You have to focus in. Even if you say, okay, for this month, I'm going to work on this, this, and this, and that's it. I know that's really hard, but if you want to get better at something, you have to give it your time, right?
You can't overextend yourself.
And you can't, the other thing is you don't, I think we've talked about this before, is you don't want to, because you and I both do this, we go guns blazing and burn ourselves out because we go overboard. And I have, there's one of my songs I wrote, says, I get obsessive, but then it's fleeting. Always on repeat, and then repeating, and then it's like, boom, done. Because that's how I am. It is okay.
Part of your process of like figuring out what you want to do, what you really like, and it's okay. You're feeling yourself out, you know? You're like allowing yourself to experience different things and express yourself in different ways, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Everybody should do that.
If I could recommend that to anybody that is just trying to figure it out, because I think, what did you title the episode today? Ooh, you don't have it all figured out.
What do you mean you don't have it all figured out?
I mean, like, that's so real. The best advice I can give you, because I'm giving it to myself, is just keep trying new things. Keep trying things. If something's not working, move on. Move on to the next thing, because there's something else.
Like, do different things until something sticks. It's just like what we did with the podcast. Like, we didn't, like, say, oh, yeah, we're just going to do this thing, and then, you know, it just happened. It was like, we decided that we were going to do it, and then we did it. We tried it. We liked it, and it stuck. It's not like a struggle.
That's true. I mean, okay, so sometimes I've struggled with, what are we going to talk about? What are we going to do?
That's always a topic. Like, what are we going to talk about, Crystal? What are we going to talk about?
I don't know.
And the thing is, For me, I always meditate in the mornings, and I ask myself, like, what is the message that I need to hear this morning?
And then
What
we
do
share it
I
with you
need to
guys.
hear to be my best self, to work on myself? Like, what is it that I need to hear? And I ask the universe that. And then I try to share that with people. And like, I feel like it's a lot of the same thing for me lately, because I am still working on certain things in my life. And I feel like, maybe other people will resonate with that, and if you do, awesome. If you don't, cool. I'm glad, like, happy for you. You do what you got to do for yourself to make yourself the better version of yourself. Like,
Yeah, and I think
nothing's wrong.
anyone who's seeking out what we're trying to accomplish, they're going to find us and they're going to hear this, and hopefully they're going to
Yeah.
see, or whatever we say is going to inspire them to do whatever they got to do.
Yeah.
Because, other people have inspired me. If you're a content creator, like what we're doing, one of the biggest things that have helped me, and one of the greatest things that has happened on accident, is I have supported my circle of podcasters. So if you are a podcaster, I'm trying to follow podcasters, I'm trying to watch their podcast or listen to their podcast or whatever. I'm supporting my other fellow podcasters, and I've learned so much from them as well. And, if you're trying to learn or get better at something, or, you want to have more people hear what you have to say, support other people. Support other people. They're going to support you too, and genuinely support other people. I have discovered so many rad people in search of trying to make what we do better. And it's, I love it.
I feel like, don't be so focused on, other people supporting you.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
You have to be supportive of yourself. You have to believe in yourself, even when nobody else does.
Exactly. No, I think what I try to do is I want to learn from other people. And sometimes that means I'm learning what not to do.
Yeah, exactly.
And so I found
that's
that
90% of my life.
I found that, like, following other people of the same niche is beneficial. So if you have a niche that you're working on, try to find like-minded people to where you can kind of learn from them, whether they're making mistakes or they're doing good things, and you can take and apply all those good things into what you're doing. And it's been really helpful for me personally. And like, I try to like post all the time, but there's just days I just can't. And it's, sometimes those inspirational quotes or whatever, they don't come to me because I'm fancy like that. It just happens. Like, all of a sudden, it's like a prompting will come to me. Like you said, you meditate and the universe tells you something. I get the same things. And sometimes I have it and sometimes I don't. So a lot of the time I'll just not post. But I'm trying, that's where I get burnt out, is remembering that I don't need to do those things. And I think we all feel this pressure from the social aspect of, whatever you're trying to do. Especially if you're running a small business, you feel this pressure of all these boxes you got to check in order to be successful. And I think that is actually the wrong way to go about it. Because, okay, so something happened to us this morning, and I found out why. On Twitch, we lost a bunch of followers for no reason. Like, it just happened like overnight. Turns out we must have had a bunch of bot followers. And
that's ridiculous.
And I don't even understand why, like, we didn't create those bots, but why there's bot followers to begin with following us.
I feel like they're on every platform, like literally Facebook, YouTube, every platform has those.
I'm just trying to understand what the point of them are, because then Twitch deleted them. Twitch deleted those bots, and that's why we lost followers. Because I was like, why would that happen? But that's why. And don't get me wrong, I was kind of bummed. I'm pretty sure both were kind of bummed. We were like, oh man, like,
I know,
hate us.
Don't lose
No,
like,
we're gonna, and even if we lose affiliate, we'll get it back. So if you like what we talk about and you want to support us, just have your friends come check us out too.
Yeah,
we
that's
don't know
nice.
everything, and we really love when you guys put your comments in there and tell us what you're thinking and feeling, because we are all in this together and we all have different experiences. One of my favorite Instagram posters, he posted the other day that there's 7 billion, what did he put? There's 7 billion people experiencing today differently. Let me see what he put. 7 billion people are experiencing today a different way. It's true. We're all having, some of us are having similar experiences, but I think we're all having our own unique experience at this very moment in time right now.
Yeah.
But we all can love and help each other. And I think at the end of the day, we always tell you this, but love is the answer. Have love and kindness for each other. Support each other. Give yourself a break. Take care of you.
Yeah.
Help
Life
someone
is not,
else.
life is not supposed to be so serious all the time. Life is
No.
supposed to be fun and enjoyed, and take your time with your friends and your family and give them hugs and kisses and love, and do it for yourself as well, because life is not what society tells you. It's whatever you want to make it. It's whatever experience you want. Go ahead and surround yourself with things like that,
Yes.
because what you will seek, you will find. So
100%. Where you focus
what you're
is
looking
what
at,
you manifest.
you're going to give life to. You're going to give life to whatever you put your attention on. So if you want more of something, focus on that, So don't, if you want a positive life, don't focus on the negative things. Don't think about the negative things. Don't give attention or life to
Don't
even speaking about the negative things.
don't focus on the
Focus on
things
positives.
that you lack. Focus on the things that you have. And
Right.
the things that
And you'll attract more of that abundance to you, because then you'll be in an abundant state of mind. So
yes. And
it's beautiful.
And speaking of fun,
Mm-hmm.
I downloaded Apex Legends to my Nintendo Switch, and I'm gonna play Jessica. And you can all watch me die. I've never streamed a video game in my life. I've never even played an online multiplayer game.
Yeah.
Ever. I don't think.
Okay. This is going to be really fun.
So my Twitch title is going to say, "First timer, come watch me die." Because that's totally going to especially because my frame rate. Do you know what my frame rate is on the Switch? It's 30. It's so, oof, I'm going to die. But you know what? Maybe I'll get some viewers in the
You're going to have fun. And even if you don't have fun, you should switch over to Brad's computer and play on his.
That's true.
It would be more fun.
His room's really stinky.
Make him move the computer into the office.
Yeah, right. Maybe because he's been taking my my monitor every day. The only day that I get my monitor right now is today. And I was like,
I'm going to beat him up.
Brad, I didn't buy my monitor for my podcast. I actually bought it for work. I mean, I like it for the podcast because I can look at comments right here, and I can have everything else set up on my laptop. But no, I like it for work because I do things on big spreadsheets, and I like to be able to like go back and forth. And
yeah, of course.
Yeah, that's why I bought it.
I'll talk to Brad.
Like,
and I'll tell him to move the computer into the office.
He'll be like, I mean, technically this is Kira's room.
It's the office now.
It's the office now. Yeah. But so if you are interested in seeing me die on Twitch on Apex Legends, follow my Twitch account. It's ChrissyK85.
You can link it.
Oh yeah. Let me link it. I have it.
People will not follow you if you don't.
You're right.
They'll just be like, yeah, okay.
Okay.
Even if you link it, the chances of them following is like,
they're not gonna follow. You need to follow me because it's gonna be hilarious. And Mischa and I are gonna do here, I put it in YouTube and now I'm trying to put it in Twitch. But Mischa and I think we're gonna play Mario. Yeah. We're gonna do like Mario Monday or something once in a while. And we're gonna play Mario Brothers together. Or we're gonna do something where we're like, actually, I think it'd be quite hilarious. I can't even get it in the chat, babe. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I mean, my friend was saying that the YouTube chat was not available or something like that to him too. So I don't know.
Oh,
Something must be happening with
YouTube chat's
internet.
working here, but I can't get on
It works for
Twitch.
me too, but yeah, I don't know.
I don't know
Okay,
why.
so
Whatever.
it's fine. We only have 2 viewers on Twitch.
Oh, we have 8 on YouTube. Hi, 8 viewers.
Hi, YouTube.
Thank you guys for coming on here.
Hi,
I'm so
Twitch.
glad that
Whoever's on Twitch and
I'm so glad that we switched over to YouTube because
YouTube.
I know that we have some very avid, amazing Facebook supporters, and we love you. But Facebook is just, it's just not working out. So I'm going back to YouTube. So those of you who are doing the replays on YouTube, just know that because I'm streaming live on YouTube, you're not going to see the replay until tomorrow. So hopefully you just watched live. It takes longer.
For some reason.
Yeah, for it to upload, it takes much longer rather than if I had recorded it and then uploaded it. It only takes like 2 hours, where for some reason live it takes like a whole day. It's stupid. But whatever. It is what it is. But yeah, so we will be back here next Wednesday at 11 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. And yeah, I think we would stream the video game maybe tomorrow. Are you on tomorrow?
Whenever you want. Oh, I'm on every day.
I'm on every day.
I'm on every day. I've been trying to like build my community and meet new people.
I know you're gonna have to help me build mine because I don't have any followers.
Yeah.
I think I have like 2 followers.
You're fine. That's why I solo queue sometimes though, because it puts me into a match with 2 random people, and then I can be like, "Oh, hey, you sound cool. You should join my Discord."
I haven't even figured out how to do like.
I love it.
I don't even know how to play. Like,
I'll teach you.
I spent so much time playing the tutorial thingy, you know, the training video. I had to YouTube how to do it because I was like, "What button do I push? Nothing's working. Nothing's working."
I don't know how to play it on a Switch.
I know.
So it's different.
I know.
But I can help you with like when we're in the game, running around picking stuff up.
See, like running around and controlling my view is going to be the trick for me because I'm not good at that.
Oh, it'll be all right.
Because you have to use 2 hands, right? One to shoot and jump and over, and then the other one to control your view. Yeah.
Well, my mouse and keyboard's way easier.
You think?
For me.
I have like a hand. I have
For
like
me.
a. See, I think I'll do fine with the remote control because like that's what I'm used to. So we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. Brad said just use the remote. I'm like, all right, because like
The controllers get aim assist, so it's basically like aimbot for you. You won't miss.
I won't miss. That's good because I need that.
It's hard to miss. Harder to miss, I should say.
Seriously, people, you're gonna be in for a treat watching me die because I'm probably gonna get freaked out with people like coming and shooting at me.
You're gonna scream. You're gonna scream. I scream all the time, and people are like, "Oh my god, Pixie, shut up!"
I love it.
It's fun. It's fun.
Thank you guys for tuning in. I have no idea what we're going to talk about next week, but I'll probably have a plan next week because, you know, I'm a planner and I like to plan stuff. I just was in a funk and I had no idea what to plan. But I know that it'll be good. I promise it'll be good. So I hope you enjoyed today's episode. I hope you learned something. And if you didn't, I hope you were inspired in some way to do something.
Do something.
Do something.
Fun. Enjoy your life. And don't give up what anybody says.
Oh, and say happy birthday to Brad. He turns 21 on Sunday. And Mischa
my God, happy birthday, Brad.
And Mischa just turned 13 on last Friday. So it's like...
Oh, she's getting so big too.
Oh, you don't even know.
I love it.
Oh, but we will see you guys later. I know, I'm like, I like just keep talking. I just like to keep talking because I love it. We love you guys so much, and we will see you next week or maybe tomorrow. Come see us stream tomorrow.
We're playing Apex tomorrow.
Woo-hoo. Yes.
Bye.
Bye. Love you. Oops.
Whoops.